she had realized the shift in my mentality. And she sat me down. She took me back to her office where we did our typical sessions, and she pulled out a blank piece of paper and she drew a black dot on it. This is funny. I must have done this a couple days ago. She literally drew a black dot like this. That is so funny. This is not staged, I swear. I don't remember why I had this up at my office. And she asked me, she says, what do you see? I want it like it is. It's a black dot. Or if maybe it's a period, you put it at the end of a sentence. And she goes, Evan, that's what your problem is. This black dot is your brain injury. But the rest of your life is this white piece of paper. There's so much more to this white space, this page. It's all white, and this black dot is just a small part of it.
I was broken, now I'm whole. Wrote new chapters for my soul. Not the end, just re-inspired. This is me. My life rewired.
You
So
know
important.
just as well as I do, it's not easy.
No, not easy at all. And it's every day brings its own challenges. And for you and I, we wake up with a screaming headache if we're able to sleep that night because we already had one going to bed.
I kind of make it sound like the quote from Christmas Vacation. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. But it's
Some
cold.
days, yeah. Some are like, oh, cool, I didn't know I could do this. Or oh, wow, I didn't know this was going to affect me today. Apparently, I can't do X, Y, Z now.
That's so true, Rob. It's like walking on a tightrope every day. You
Yeah.
are learning new things about the symptoms we carry and the cans and cannots, which I like to test those boundaries all the time to see what I can do and sadly can't do sometimes.
I gave a talk last March at work for brain injury awareness, and the one question that was asked me is, if you could sum it up in one word, what would you say? And I just said interesting.
It's a great word to use. Yeah. Did you have a follow-up question with that?
No.
Why would you say interesting?
Yeah, I think we were running out of time, or he probably would have. But yeah,
Yeah.
it is interesting because
It is.
you find new things that you didn't know you could do before. I play the piano behind me. I haven't played it for a while, but I play by ear. I've played since I was 4 years old.
Wow.
And I've always been able to play in one key. I can play in 3 keys now.
Well, okay, Rob, I'm sorry. I know nothing about music. What does that mean from going from 1 key to 3 key? What does that mean?
Well, I mean, okay, I used to be able to play in the key of B flat
Okay.
only. Just that. So now I can play in the range of B flat, C. I think the other one is D. I don't know how to read music, but I think
So-
the other key is D.
So it's like your music now has a wider range, is what
Yeah.
like is. I love that. That's so cool. Sorry, I literally know nothing about music or like how to read notes, but you listen by sound or you learn by hearing. That is so cool. How neat! That's a gift from the
Yeah.
brain injury.
I remember learning how to play the music was when I was a kid. We were going to church, and if I knew the song, if I liked the song, I could picture in my head, okay, I need to press this key to make that note, and this key to make that note. I never heard the sermon because the whole time church was going on, I was arranging the music in my head.
That's crazy. You're
Yeah.
like a Charlie Puth, right? Like freaking, you can hear the notes and know exactly how to play them.
Yeah.
What a gift.
Now, if I could just
Man.
make money off of that, that'd be awesome.
Well, hold on. It might still happen. It might still
You never
happen.
know. Never say
Yeah.
never. I've learned that. Never say never, because here we are. I'm almost 6 years into my journey, and I would have never dreamed that I'd be a podcaster. I would have never dreamed
That's so
that I
cool.
would write a book. All the things that I never thought I could do. I'm doing more now than I did before my brain injury. It's like,
How awesome is that? It almost serves as like a sense of motivation, right? To
It
prove the
is.
doctors wrong, to prove the other people wrong. It's, yeah, hey, this was dealt to me, but look what I can do now.
absolutely. I don't want to let time slip by us without promoting everything that you've got going on. I know you've got a book. I haven't ordered it yet. That's on my to-do list today.
Rob, what the heck? No, I'm just kidding.
See, I knew the name of the book before the podcast. Help me.
Yes, of course. So the memoir that I wrote is called Forgetting to Remember. I just published it about a month ago, maybe just over a month ago, and it's on Amazon. If you have Amazon, it's ebook and paperback. It was a 6 year journey to write this book. I was unintentionally doing it because it all started with journal entries. I was keeping journal entries right from the beginning, which I'm really happy that I did, and it painted a really good picture. And I don't think I ever left that, ever lost that journalistic instinct and that yearning to tell stories. And I realized, like, wow, I want to track what's going on. And so I would talk to doctors and therapists. And so, yeah, 6 years of seeing medical professionals and capturing their moments, those moments in time with them, and just the raw emotion. I don't remember, but one of the chapters was written on a flight. And the only reason I know that is because I'm describing the cabin of the airplane in the chapter. So it's cool. They're literally timestamps of the last 6 years and the journey that's been tough. And obviously it's a lifetime ahead, but there's a little paperback book that shares the first several years with the audience if they want to read it.
That's one thing that I forget to encourage people to do, but I need to do better at encouraging them to do that, is to journal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not very good at journaling, but that's how the majority of my book was written, was from the notes that I had taken and knowing how I
Love
was
that.
feeling. And my wife had to fill in the pieces for me where I couldn't remember things, but yeah.
See, that's so powerful. I'm excited to read your book too. I need to. What? Okay, hold on. You're letting me plug mine. What's the title of your book?
It's called My Life Rewired.
Wait, I thought that was the name of this podcast.
It is.
You doubled down on it. Okay, I got to.
doubled
Is
down
yours
on
on
it.
Amazon too?
It is on Amazon. You can get it there.
Okay.
Well, pretty much anywhere you can buy a book, you can find it.
Really?
But my
Okay.
publisher decided to name it that. I had a totally different title, and I forget what it was called now. But she's like, your podcast is called Life Rewired, so why don't you make their book called My Life Rewired? Like,
Okay. Yeah.
okay,
Roll with that.
let's go with it.
That's cool. I self-published. You're light years ahead of me. You working with a publisher? That's freaking awesome.
What I love about the book, and this just shows you how easy I am to impress. She had just got a new illustrator, so she wasn't confident that they would do what I wanted or not. So I described in great detail what I wanted the cover of the book to look like,
Uh-huh.
and they nailed it on the very first try.
That is
And
so cool.
the little buttons, they don't say real words, and that was important to me. I said I don't
Oh,
want them to say words, because that, to me, that's a brain injury. Because
awesome.
people were at my book launch, we're going, what is improfish, what is winaws? Like, it's nothing.
Yeah,
That is a brain injury, and to me.
that is so cool. Nicely done. Yeah, I love the cover of it.
Yeah. So
Do
the
you
rest
do
of
you
the
have
book,
pictures in the book as well?
just no.
Okay.
I debated whether to do that or not, and I
Yeah.
probably should have. I don't like looking at my. Do you ever go back and look at your photos from your injury?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I have to. I have to. Do you not?
I have a few times, but
Yeah.
now, like, I looked at your injuries. I mean, I looked at I found Toro and Tides on Facebook, and I saw some of your hospital photos, and I'm like, that, that's powerful.
Mm,
That interests me, and I can look at stuff like that all day long. Some
yeah.
people aren't that way, so I don't know. I debated going back and forth. I'm like, so I didn't do it. But if I had to do it over again, I probably would.
Yeah, I think for me, like the only reason I included them in mine was the just the picture on the cover is insane. Like it looks like nobody should have survived that accident.
Hmm.
But it was healing for me too to include it because I really thought I still don't believe it. Like I don't I mean, now going on 7 years, like obviously it's Groundhog Day with our memory, but I take a step back most days. It's like, damn, I see the picture because I have some books at my house. It's like, did that really happen to me? So it's almost like a grounding thing for me where it helps me recenter and be thankful when I walk out the door because I don't want to get all spiritual on you, Rob, but it's just, there is a reason I was spared that day. There's a
Yeah.
reason this brain injury happened to you, right? And you were spared that day, and
Hmm.
I think we're making the most out of it.
Yeah.
And I think that, I guess going back to it, I like looking at those pictures. It's healthy for me to see it, to also remember how far I've come, because I don't take time to think about that.
Life is so short.
Hmm.
And when you get a second chance at life, you want to take every opportunity to do the right things.
Hmm. Hmm.
You know,
Very true.
there's been so many times that I sacrifice my happiness to make others happy. So
Hmm.
that's just to me that's a very small gift that I can give back to just to help the brain injury community.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's so important.
Yeah,
So
and
important to
also
do.
I want to say your comedic bits that you do, I love them.
Oh,
I
oh,
went
on
down the
social
rabbit
media?
hole last night when I was
Yeah, it's
preparing for the
pretty.
interview today, and just like your little dude with the glasses.
Professor Cerebellum. Pretty
Yeah.
cringy. It's pretty cringy. The center part, I created that character based off Dwight Schrute from The Office. Um, but
Ah, I see the
yeah,
connection now. It took me a
just
minute.
the center part and obviously the glasses. Those glasses were purchased for my dog for his Halloween costume. My dog's name is Dwight, so we made him Dwight for Halloween. But those are
That is so
dog
funny.
glasses that I'm wearing.
I have a an alter ego too, but I use it over on TikTok. It's called
Okay.
Weatherman Rob,
Oh,
and the
okay.
running joke is, huh?
Can we get a taste of Weatherman Rob on here?
Well, hey, it's your Weatherman Rob, and today it's going to be. Say if it's raining, it looks like it's going to be really cloudy, and possibly you can cut your grass today. It's just Weatherman Rob is never right, and the
Yeah,
microphone changes with every weather forecast. It could be a
that's
banana,
amazing.
whatever.
Do you do that every day?
Occasionally, I don't do it every
Yeah.
day. I use at the beginning I was, but I don't do it as much as I nearly was.
We got to bring back Weatherman Rob.
But the goal of behind that was I can reach people with comedy. I could have been a comedian. I know that because everyone tells me that, but that's not where my heart is. So I use the
Mm,
comedy part to lure people in. So then they're like, "Oh, wait a minute. There's a flip side of this guy. He's serious and he's helping people." So
I love
I've
that.
reached a lot of people that wouldn't have had I not done the Weatherman Rob. So yeah, I need to do some more of him.
That's a good approach. Yeah, I like that. I feel like we've done that take on Toro and Tides as well. Making light out of a tough situation, but also being informative as well, right? You have
Mhm.
those joking and those high energy posts, but then you get the raw ones too, and that's cool that you can share that with your audience with Weatherman Rob, and then also when you pull them in, you open their eyes up to this community that you're fostering.
Mhm. Yeah, I've actually found some brain injury survivors that didn't know about Life Rewired and what I was doing. So yeah, it's amazing to see those how those little things weave together.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to
Amazing.
give you the last couple of minutes to just encourage people, and then we'll send it home.
Yeah, man, I will. The one thing that I do want to share with your audience, and it's actually why I wore this hat today. We have this on our website, and it's the black dot analogy. I This was about a year and a half after the accident, year and a half, I guess, and I had given up on myself. So if you're a brain injury survivor and you listen to this incredible podcast, turn up the volume a little bit more because this might help you. I quit, Rob. I was done with it. My engagement had failed. I wasn't seeing the progress that I wanted. I wasn't fully coming to terms with the individual I was, this new version of myself. I wanted to be that salesman again, and I wanted to drive and do my own stuff. And I just felt like I was harnessed in and really restricted. So I quit. I was like, this is stupid. I'm done going to rehab. I was going to rehab every day of the week. And one of my speech therapists. Speech therapy is kind of confusing. That's what their title is, but they also help you with your memory.
Right.
It's not just speaking. And she had realized the shift in my mentality. And she sat me down. She took me back to her office where we did our typical sessions, and she pulled out a blank piece of paper and she drew a black dot on it. This is funny. I must have done this a couple days ago. She literally drew a black dot like this. That is so funny. This is not staged, I swear. I don't remember why I had this up at my office. And she asked me, she says, "What do you see?" So I'm going to ask you, Rob, what do you see?
I see a black dot.
Exactly, right? I mean, it's like I very sarcastic and dry humor. I was like, this is stupid. Why are we doing this? Let's get to the business. I want to, like, it's a black dot. Or if maybe it's a period, you put it at the end of a sentence. And she goes, "Evan, that's what your problem is. This black dot is your brain injury. But the rest of your life is this white piece of paper. There's so much more to this white space, this page. It's all white, and this black dot is just a small part of it." And she goes, "Yeah, that black dot's going to always be on that piece of paper. There's every day that brain injury is going to be there, but you're going to determine the size of that black dot. Some days it might be as big as a pin, like the tip of a pin, right? Other days it could be this big, like the size of a $50, or it could cover the entirety of the paper, and that's all you can focus on." But she goes, it's important when you find yourself in that black dot, in that dark space where it's, man, all I can focus on is my brain injury today, take a step back. You know, count the blessings that you do have. You know, if for me it's, you know, I have these daily migraines, but by golly, I got out of bed this morning. Okay, that brings me back to the white space. Oh, I got to drink coffee this morning. I'm starting to see more of the white space. That black dot's starting to shrink little by little. So, Rob, you and I, our black dots, everybody has a different black dot. Some days are challenging than others. What our black dot is the brain injury. We struggle with this. We have this every day, but when we wake up, we determine the size of that black dot. So that I'm so happy you gave me this last couple minutes to explain that, because it can be incorporated in anybody's life. It could be a loss of a loved one, you know, death or grieving or a breakup. Your black dot, everybody has one on every given day, and it's realizing, it's recognizing that black dot, but then also saying, you know what, but there's more to this life than just this.
That's amazing. I love that. I love that she told you that.
She was her name's Tislia. I call her out I shout her out every time I get to talk about her, because she had a profound impact on my life today, based off what she shared with me in those 5 minutes of that first session. In my book, I actually have a picture of that original drawing that she did. I knew in that moment it was going to be so powerful. It was the screensaver for the longest time on my phone. But Tislia, if you listen to this, I love you. You changed my life, and I share this story everywhere I go. Hopefully the black dot story is going to continue to reach the masses. But yeah, that change, it can change anybody's life, that perspective change.
Yeah. And you know what I love about that? It doesn't just have to be brain injury.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Yeah. Are affected by black dots every day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's so cool. It's so cool. It's so cool.
Wow. Makes sense now, because I wondered what the black dot was on your website.
Mm-hmm.
So now it makes sense.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Rob. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah,
it means the world. I'm so happy that we partnered up for the month of March with your beautiful T-shirt design, and I really, really appreciate what you're doing for our brain injury community. You're changing lives, and I'm very fortunate and thankful to be on your show today.
Well, thank you. Thank you for being here, and I can't think of a better person to partner with. Someone that shares so much. It's kind of scary, the similarities between us. And you even have a cool mustache too. So
yeah. Oh my God, you recognized it. Thank you so much. Yours is so much better.
That's funny. Well, guys,
Holy
been such an honor talking with Evan today, and I encourage you to go check out toroandtides.com. Look at the link below. Go directly there. Help support Evan, and also help support other survivors. So just remember that if you need resources, go to my website, myliferewired.com, click on the resources tab. Anything that I find helpful goes right there. So it's been an honor talking with you, Evan. We will see you guys next week.
Just re-inspired. This is me, my life rewired.